Welcome to Macau, a captivating blend of East and West where centuries of Portuguese colonial heritage harmoniously merge with Chinese traditions. I'm Robert, your guide to this remarkable special administrative region of China, often called the Las Vegas of the East but offering so much more than just world-class casinos. In this tiny territory of just 33 square kilometers, you'll discover UNESCO World Heritage Sites, culinary delights that represent one of the world's earliest fusion cuisines, and a unique cultural tapestry unlike anywhere else in Asia. Once a sleepy fishing village, Macau became a Portuguese trading post in 1557 and remained under Portuguese administration until 1999, making it the longest-standing European colony in Asia. This rich history has created a fascinating destination where you can wander down cobblestone streets with Portuguese names, admire Chinese temples that have stood for centuries, and then marvel at ultra-modern casino resorts that rival anything found in Las Vegas. In this comprehensive guide, we'll explore Macau's historic peninsula with its colonial treasures and traditional Chinese neighborhoods, the entertainment mecca of the Cotai Strip, and the more laid-back islands of Taipa and Coloane. You'll learn about Macau's distinctive cuisine, which blends Portuguese, Chinese, and other Asian influences, and discover practical tips for navigating this compact but diverse destination. Whether you're planning a day trip from neighboring Hong Kong or a longer stay to fully appreciate all that Macau has to offer, this guide will help you make the most of your visit to this extraordinary meeting point of East and West. So join me as we explore the many facets of Macau, where every street corner tells a story of cultural exchange and historical significance. Our exploration of Macau begins in its historic heart, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that encompasses over 20 landmarks spanning centuries of cross-cultural exchange. This remarkably preserved district offers a fascinating glimpse into the territory's unique development as a meeting point between Chinese and Portuguese civilizations. At the center of this historic area lies Senado Square, or Largo do Senado, a wave-patterned mosaic plaza surrounded by pastel-colored neoclassical buildings that would look perfectly at home in Lisbon. This pedestrian-friendly square has been Macau's urban center for centuries and continues to serve as a gathering place for both locals and visitors. The square is particularly magical during festivals and holidays when it's adorned with elaborate decorations and lights. From Senado Square, narrow lanes radiate outward, inviting exploration. Follow the crowds uphill along the bustling Rua de São Paulo to reach Macau's most iconic landmark, the ruins of St. Paul's. What remains today is only the ornate stone facade of what was once the Church of Mater Dei, built in the early 17th century by Jesuit priests. Destroyed by fire in 1835, the surviving facade stands as a grand stone sentinel, its intricate carvings blending European, Chinese, and Japanese design elements, a physical manifestation of Macau's cultural fusion. Behind the ruins sits Mount Fortress, constructed between 1617 and 1626 as the city's primary defense against attack. The fortress's strategic position on a hill offers panoramic views of the peninsula and houses the informative Macau Museum, where interactive exhibits trace the territory's evolution from fishing village to international trading port to modern tourism destination. Throughout the historic center, you'll encounter a harmonious blend of Eastern and Western religious buildings. The serene Lu Cao Mansion provides insight into the life of a wealthy Chinese merchant during the late 19th century, while the yellow-facaded St. Dominic's Church has been a center of Catholic worship since the 16th century. Don't miss the small but significant Nacha Temple built right next to the ruins of St. Paul's. This juxtaposition of Chinese and Christian structures perfectly symbolizes Macau's cultural coexistence. On the southwestern tip of the Macau Peninsula stands the Ama Temple, a site of profound historical and spiritual significance. Built in 1488, this temple actually predates the city itself. Legend has it that when Portuguese sailors asked locals the name of this land upon their arrival in the 16th century, they were told Amagao, Bay of Ama, which eventually evolved into Macau. Dedicated to Mazu, the goddess of seafarers and fishermen, Ama Temple exemplifies traditional Chinese architecture with its multiple pavilions built into the hillside. As you enter through the ornate gate pavilion, you'll notice the temple complex is divided into several distinct sections connected by winding paths and moon gates. The air is thick with the sweet scent of incense coils hanging from the ceiling, some burning for days as devotees seek the goddess's protection. The temple complex comprises 6 main parts: Gate Pavilion, Memorial Arch, Prayer Hall, Hall of Benevolence, Hall of Guanyin, and Zhengzhou Chanlin. Each section serves different religious purposes and was built during different time periods, creating a layered historical experience. The most ancient part, the Hall of Benevolence, dates back to the Ming Dynasty. Take time to observe worshippers as they consult fortune sticks, burn offerings, and pray for good fortune practices that have continued uninterrupted for centuries. Macau's maritime heritage extends beyond Ama Temple to the nearby Maritime Museum, where exhibits chronicle the territory's deep connection to the sea. From traditional fishing techniques to the Portuguese age of discovery, the museum provides context for understanding how this tiny outpost became a crucial link in global trade networks. Outside the museum, you can often spot the remaining fishing boats that still operate from the inner harbor, though their numbers have dwindled as Macau's economy has shifted toward tourism and gaming. For a deeper appreciation of Macau's original inhabitants, visit the Macanese Living Museum, where you can learn about the distinct Macanese people, descendants of Portuguese settlers who married local Chinese. This unique community developed their own Creole language, patois, distinctive architecture, and the renowned Macanese cuisine that we'll explore later in our journey. Connected to the Macau Peninsula by 3 bridges, the island of Taipa offers a fascinating contrast between old and new. While much of the island has been developed with modern residential towers and university campuses, Taipa Village preserves a charming glimpse into the territory's more recent past. Taipa Village centers around Rua do Cuna, affectionately known as Food Street, a narrow pedestrian lane lined with bakeries, restaurants, and souvenir shops housed in colorful colonial-era buildings. This is the perfect place to sample Macanese culinary specialties, from Portuguese egg tarts with their caramelized tops to pork chop buns, almond cookies, and jerky. Many of these establishments have been family-operated for generations, with recipes passed down through the years. Beyond the main street, Taipa Village rewards those who wander its quiet lanes with discoveries of well-preserved heritage buildings. The Taipa Houses Museum consists of 5 mint green colonial houses built in 1921 for high-ranking Portuguese officials. Restored to their former glory, these elegant structures now showcase different aspects of Macanese life in the early 20th century, with period furniture and household items. The grassy area in front of the houses has become a popular spot for photography, especially for wedding couples seeking a romantic backdrop. For a glimpse of traditional Chinese heritage, visit the 4 temples of Taipa Village. The Pak Tai Temple, built in 1844, is the oldest and largest, dedicated to the northern god who protects against evil spirits. The Ilang Temple, Tin Hau Temple, and Kuniem Temple each honor different deities and display distinctive architectural elements. During Chinese festivals, these temples come alive with ceremonies, offerings, and performances. Taipa's Museum of Taipa and Coloane history, housed in a former municipal building, provides context for understanding the development of Macau's islands. Through artifacts, photographs, and dioramas, the museum traces the evolution of these once separate islands from rural fishing and farming communities to their current state of development. At Macau's southern edge lies Coloane, the territory's least developed and most naturally beautiful area. Once a separate island, Coloane is now connected to Taipa by the reclaimed land of Cotai, but it retains a distinctly rural character that offers a refreshing contrast to the urban density found elsewhere in Macau. Coloane Village, centered around Eduardo Marques Square with its distinctive black and white wave-patterned pavement, maintains the atmosphere of the fishing community it once was. The yellow chapel of St. Francis Xavier, built in 1928, stands as the village's most recognizable landmark, its simple facade and small scale reflecting the modest nature of this once remote settlement. Nearby, the Tam Kong Temple honors the seafaring deity who protects fishermen, with a fascinating model boat enshrined inside that is said to have supernatural powers. Coloane is home to Macau's only public beaches, Kiak Van, also known as Bamboo Bay, and Hak Sa, or Black Sand. While not comparable to the tropical beaches found elsewhere in Asia, these modest stretches of sand provide a welcome escape from the city, and are popular with local families on weekends. Hak Sa, the larger of the two, was once known for its naturally dark sand, though much of it has been replaced with imported yellow sand to prevent erosion. Both beaches offer basic facilities and beachside restaurants serving fresh seafood. nature lovers should explore Coloane's hiking trails which wind through the hilly interior of the island. The most popular route circles Alto de Coloane, the territory's highest point at 170 meters above sea level, offering panoramic views across Macau and to neighboring Chinese islands. Along these trails you'll find Sayak Min Pun, a stone structure marking the highest point, as well as Ama Cultural Village, a relatively new complex dedicated to the goddess Mazu that includes a 20-meter-tall white jade statue. For a sweet treat after your explorations, don't miss Lord Stowe's Bakery in Coloane Village, widely credited with creating Macau's famous Portuguese egg tart in 1989. The bakery's founder, an Englishman named Andrew Stowe, adapted the traditional Portuguese pastéis de nata to local tastes, creating what has become Macau's signature culinary souvenir. Rising from reclaimed land connecting Taipa and Coloane is the Cotai Strip, Macau's answer to Las Vegas Boulevard. This glittering stretch of mega-resorts has transformed Macau into the world's largest gambling hub, with annual gaming revenues that surpass the entire Las Vegas Strip. But even for non-gamblers, the Cotai Strip offers a dazzling array of entertainment, dining, and shopping experiences. The development of Cotai began in the early 2000s after the Macau government ended the gambling monopoly that had existed for decades and granted concessions to international operators. The Venetian Macau, opened in 2007, set the standard with its replica of Venice's Grand Canal, complete with singing gondoliers, blue skies painted on the ceiling, and a massive casino floor. As the world's largest casino at the time of its opening and the seventh largest building by floor area globally, the Venetian established Cotai's reputation for excess and spectacle. Other resorts quickly followed, each attempting to outdo the others in grandeur and attractions. The City of Dreams complex features the House of Dancing Water, a breathtaking water-based performance combining elements of swimming, diving, acrobatics, and theater in a purpose-built 2,000-seat theater. Galaxy Macau offers the world's largest rooftop wave pool, while Studio City's figure-8 Ferris wheel, the Golden Reel, is dramatically incorporated into the building's facade 130 meters above ground. The most recent additions to the Cotai skyline include MGM Cotai, designed to resemble a collection of jewelry boxes stacked together, and the ultra-luxury Morpheus Hotel at City of Dreams, designed by the late Zaha Hadid, with its distinctive exoskeleton structure. The Parisian Macau features a half-scale replica of the Eiffel Tower, illuminated nightly with a light show visible across Cotai. Beyond gambling, these integrated resorts offer world-class shopping malls with luxury brands, celebrity chef restaurants, nightclubs, and family-friendly attractions. Major international performers regularly appear in concert at the various arena venues, while resident shows provide nightly entertainment options. During major Chinese holidays like Lunar New Year and Mid-Autumn Festival, the resorts compete to create the most spectacular decorations and events, drawing visitors from across the region. While Macau's reputation as a gaming destination is well established, the territory has made concerted efforts to diversify its tourism offerings, particularly for families. The government and casino operators have invested in numerous non-gambling attractions that showcase Macau's unique position as a center for entertainment and cultural exchange. The most iconic of these attractions is the Macau Tower, standing 338 meters tall, and offering panoramic views of the entire territory and neighboring regions. The observation deck provides the perfect orientation to understand Macau's compact geography and remarkable development. For thrill seekers, the tower is home to the world's highest commercial bungee jump from a building, a 233-meter plunge that has been recognized by Guinness World Records. Less extreme options include the skywalk, where visitors can walk around the outer rim of the tower while safely harnessed, or the sky jump, a controlled descent that's less intense than the bungee. For a more educational experience, the Macau Science Center, designed by renowned architect I.M. Pei, features interactive exhibits on a range of scientific topics, as well as a high-resolution 3D planetarium. The distinctive conical building has become an architectural landmark on the Macau waterfront and offers engaging activities for visitors of all ages. Animal lovers should visit the Macau Giant Panda Pavilion in Coloane, home to giant pandas gifted to Macau by the Chinese central government. The facility is designed to mimic the panda's natural habitat with both indoor and outdoor viewing areas. Nearby, the Macau East Asian Games Dome houses sports facilities built for the 2005 East Asian Games but now open to the public. Families with young children might enjoy Macau Fisherman's Wharf, a theme park featuring replicas of famous port cities from around the world. While somewhat dated compared to newer attractions, it offers open spaces for children to run around and various dining options. For a more authentic experience, the nearby Maritime Museum explores Macau's seafaring heritage through interactive exhibits and historic vessels. Throughout the year, Macau hosts international events that attract visitors beyond the gambling demographic. The Macau Grand Prix in November transforms city streets into a racing circuit, while the International Fireworks Display Contest in September and October lights up the skies with spectacular pyrotechnic competitions between teams from around the world. One of Macau's most enduring legacies is its distinctive cuisine, a fascinating fusion that developed over centuries of cultural exchange. Macanese cuisine, one of the world's earliest examples of fusion food, blends Portuguese cooking techniques and ingredients with Chinese flavors and influences from across Portugal's former trading empire, including Africa, India, and Southeast Asia. This culinary tradition evolved naturally as Portuguese settlers adapted their native recipes to locally available ingredients and married into Chinese families, creating dishes that exist nowhere else. In 2017, UNESCO recognized Macanese gastronomy as part of Macau's intangible cultural heritage, acknowledging its importance to the territory's cultural identity. Perhaps the most famous Macanese dish is African chicken, or Galinha Africana, which despite its name was created in Macau. This flavorful dish features chicken marinated in a complex sauce of coconut, peanuts, chili, and spices, reflecting influences from Mozambique and other African territories once connected to Portugal. Another signature dish is minchi, a comfort food consisting of minced beef or pork stir-fried with potatoes, onions, and soy sauce, typically served with a fried egg on top. Portuguese influences are evident in dishes like bacalhau, which is salt cod prepared in various ways, porco balichao tamarindo, which is pork with tamarind and balichao shrimp paste, and caldo verde, a potato and kale soup. Chinese techniques and ingredients appear in porco bafasa, which is braised pork with turmeric and capella, a meatloaf incorporating Chinese sausage and 5-spice powder. No culinary exploration of Macau would be complete without sampling its iconic Portuguese egg tarts, or pastéis de nata. While these custard tarts originated in Portugal, the Macau version, with its caramelized top and flakier pastry, has developed its own distinct character. Lord Stow's Bakery in Coloane and Margaret's Cafe in the Peninsula are the most famous purveyors, often with lines of eager customers waiting to taste these warm treats fresh from the oven. For an authentic dining experience, seek out traditional Macanese restaurants like Requexo Litoral or Antonio, where recipes have been preserved through generations. Many casino resorts also feature high-end Portuguese and Macanese restaurants, often helmed by renowned chefs who put contemporary spins on traditional dishes. For more casual dining, the food streets of Taipa Village and the area around Senado Square offer numerous options to sample local flavors. Macau's calendar is punctuated by colorful festivals and events that reflect its unique cultural heritage. These celebrations offer visitors a deeper understanding of local traditions and often represent the harmonious blending of Chinese and Portuguese influences that characterizes Macau's identity. The most important Chinese festival is Lunar New Year, typically falling in January or February, when the city comes alive with dragon and lion dances, flower markets, and family reunions. Casino resorts and public spaces are elaborately decorated with red lanterns and blossoming trees, while the government sponsors spectacular fireworks displays over the Nam Van Lake. This is a time when many businesses close as locals focus on family celebrations, though tourist attractions and casinos remain open. A uniquely Macanese celebration is the Feast of the Drunken Dragon, held on the 8th day of the 4th lunar month, usually in April or May. This fascinating tradition features fishmongers performing a dance with wooden dragon heads while drinking wine, spraying it from their mouths to bestow blessings of good fortune. The ritual originated as a prayer for protection from plague, and continues as a colorful street procession centered around the inner harbor area. The Ama Festival honors the sea goddess who gave Macau its name, celebrated on the 23rd day of the 3rd lunar month at the Ama Temple. Devotees burn incense, present offerings, and watch Chinese opera performances staged specifically for the deity. The procession of the goddess's image through nearby streets is accompanied by firecrackers and traditional music. From the Portuguese tradition comes the Feast of St. John, celebrated on June 24th with particular enthusiasm in the village of Coloane. This midsummer festival features folk dancing, traditional Portuguese games, and a procession honoring St. John the Baptist. Similarly, the Feast of Our Lady of Fatima on May 13th includes a solemn Catholic procession from St. International events have also become important fixtures on Macau's calendar. The Macau Grand Prix in November transforms city streets into a racing circuit for Formula 3, motorcycle and touring car races. The Macau International Fireworks Display Contest in September and October showcases pyrotechnic teams from around the world, competing to create the most spectacular displays over the waterfront. The Macau Arts Festival in May and the Macau International Music Festival in October bring world-class performances to various venues throughout the territory. Despite its small size, Macau offers multiple transportation options for visitors, both for arriving in the territory and for exploring once you're there. Understanding these options will help you make the most efficient use of your time in this compact but diverse destination. Most international visitors arrive in Macau via one of 3 main routes. Macau International Airport, located on Taipa Island, serves regional destinations primarily in mainland China, Taiwan, Japan, Korea, and Southeast Asia. While smaller than neighboring Hong Kong's airport, it offers convenient direct access for those flying from within the region. Many visitors choose to enter Macau from Hong Kong, either by ferry or via the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, which opened in 2018 as the world's longest sea crossing. Ferries operate from both Hong Kong International Airport and from terminals in downtown Hong Kong, with the journey taking approximately 1 hour. The bridge connection, using shuttle buses or private cars, also takes about an hour from central Hong Kong and offers spectacular views of the Pearl River Delta. For those coming from mainland China, there are several border crossing points, with the most used being the Gongbei border gate connecting to the city of Zhuhai. This pedestrian crossing is extremely busy, particularly on weekends and holidays, so allow extra time if using this route. Once in Macau, you'll find that the historic peninsula is compact enough to explore on foot, with most major attractions within walking distance of each other. For longer journeys, Macau has an extensive public bus system that is both affordable and efficient. Buses connect all major areas of the territory, including the islands of Taipa and Coloane. The distinctive blue and white buses are air-conditioned and display route information in Chinese, Portuguese, and English. Taxis are readily available and relatively inexpensive compared to other developed cities, though drivers rarely speak English, so it's advisable to have your destination written in Chinese. A more convenient option for many tourists is the free shuttle bus services operated by major casino resorts. These shuttles run between the ferry terminals, border gates, airport, and the various casino properties, and anyone can use them regardless of whether you're staying at the property. For a unique perspective on Macau, consider taking a ride on the Guia cable car, which ascends to the Guia Fortress, or enjoy a gondola ride through the canals of the Venetian resort, though the latter is more of a tourist experience than practical transportation. Macau offers a wide range of accommodation options to suit different budgets and preferences, though the territory is particularly known for its luxury integrated resorts that combine hotel rooms with casinos, shopping, dining, and entertainment facilities. The most opulent options are found on the Cotai Strip, where international brands have created lavish properties competing for the high-end market. The Venetian Macau, with over 3,000 suites, recreates the ambiance of Venice with its canals and Italian-inspired decor. Nearby, the Parisian Macau offers French elegance and rooms with views of its half-scale Eiffel Tower replica. For ultra-luxury, Morpheus at City of Dreams features dramatic architecture by Zaha Hadid and sophisticated interior design, while the Wynn Palace combines luxury with artistic elements, including a performance lake with dancing fountains. These integrated resorts offer much more than just accommodation. They're destinations in themselves with multiple restaurants, extensive shopping malls, spas, pools, and entertainment venues. Even if you're not staying in one of these properties, they welcome visitors to their public areas and attractions. On the Macau Peninsula, you'll find a mix of older casino hotels like the iconic Grand Lisboa, with its distinctive lotus-shaped tower, alongside international luxury brands such as Mandarin Oriental and Wynn Macau. These peninsula properties offer the advantage of being closer to the historic center and its cultural attractions. For travelers seeking more authentic and affordable options, boutique hotels in the historic center provide character and convenience. The Posada de Santiago, built within a 17th-century fortress, offers historic charm, while Hotel Central and Old London Hotel provide simpler accommodations at moderate prices. Taipa and Coloane also offer smaller hotels away from the casino crowds, such as the Grand Coloane Resort with its access to Macau's only golf course and nearby beaches. Budget travelers have limited options in Macau as the territory focuses primarily on the mid-range to luxury market. A few guest houses and hostels exist, mainly on the peninsula, offering basic accommodations at more affordable rates. Many budget travelers opt to stay in neighboring Zhuhai, China or Hong Kong and visit Macau as a day trip. When booking accommodation, be aware that prices fluctuate significantly based on season and day of the week. Weekends and Chinese holidays see rates increase substantially as visitors from mainland China flock to the territory. Booking midweek stays can result in considerable savings, with some luxury properties offering surprisingly reasonable rates during off-peak periods. To make the most of your Macau experience, careful planning based on your interests and available time is essential. This compact territory packs numerous attractions into its limited space, making it possible to see major highlights in a day trip, though a longer stay allows for a more relaxed exploration and appreciation of Macau's unique character. The best time to visit Macau is from October to December when the weather is mild, humidity is lower, and skies are typically clear. The spring months of March to May are also pleasant, though with increasing humidity. Summer, from June to September, brings hot, humid conditions and the possibility of typhoons, while winter, from January to February, can be cool and foggy, though still comfortable for sightseeing. Avoid Chinese national holidays if possible, particularly Golden Week in early October and Lunar New Year, as the dates vary by year, when Macau becomes extremely crowded with mainland visitors. Hotel rates soar during these periods, and attractions, restaurants, and border crossings experience long queues. For a day trip from Hong Kong, focus on the historic center of the peninsula, where you can visit the ruins of St. Paul's Senado Square Ama Temple, and perhaps one of the major casino resorts. Start early to maximize your time, as the last ferries back to Hong Kong typically depart before midnight. With 2 to 3 days, you can explore more thoroughly, adding Taipa Village, Cologne's natural areas, and more of the casino resorts on the Cotai Strip. This time frame also allows for a deeper appreciation of Macanese cuisine, and perhaps attending a performance or show. Most visitors to Macau do not require a visa for stays up to 30 days, depending on nationality. The territory maintains separate immigration policies from mainland China, so even if you need a Chinese visa, you may be able to visit Macau without one. Check current requirements before traveling, as policies can change. The official currency is the Macanese pataka, though Hong Kong dollars are universally accepted at a 1-to-1 rate, despite the official exchange rate being slightly different. ATMs are widely available and credit cards are accepted at most establishments, though smaller shops and restaurants may prefer cash. Macau is generally very safe for visitors, with low crime rates and a visible police presence, particularly in tourist areas. The main concerns are pickpocketing in crowded areas and the potential for scams around casinos. Use common sense precautions as you would in any urban destination. Finally, while Cantonese and Portuguese are the official languages, English is widely spoken in hotels, casinos, and tourist attractions. Learning a few basic Cantonese phrases will be appreciated by locals, but you can navigate Macau quite comfortably speaking only English. As we conclude our exploration of Macau, it's worth reflecting on what makes this tiny territory so fascinating: its remarkable balance between preserving the old and embracing the new. Few places in the world showcase such dramatic contrasts within such a compact area, where centuries-old temples and colonial buildings stand in the shadow of futuristic casino resorts. Macau's historic center remains a testament to one of the earliest and most enduring encounters between Chinese and European civilizations. The preservation of this heritage earned UNESCO recognition and continues to provide visitors with an authentic glimpse into the territory's unique development. Walking these narrow lanes, you can still feel the rhythm of life that has continued for centuries, with local residents going about their daily routines amidst the historic surroundings. Yet just a short distance away, the Cotai Strip represents one of the most ambitious and concentrated development projects of the 21st century. In less than 2 decades, what was once shallow water between two islands has been transformed into a glittering entertainment metropolis that generates more gaming revenue than Las Vegas. This rapid development has brought unprecedented prosperity to Macau, though not without raising questions about cultural identity and economic diversification. The Macanese people themselves embody this balance between heritage and adaptation. The distinct Macanese culture, with its unique cuisine, architecture, and traditions, represents one of the world's earliest examples of cultural fusion. Today's Macau continues this tradition of cultural exchange, now on a global scale, as international visitors bring their influences and expectations to this ever-evolving destination. For travelers, Macau offers the rare opportunity to experience multiple facets of Chinese and Portuguese heritage, alongside cutting-edge entertainment and luxury. You can begin your day with a traditional Chinese breakfast of congee and dim sum, spend the morning exploring colonial churches and temples, enjoy a Macanese lunch blending Portuguese and Chinese flavors, watch a world-class performance in the afternoon, dine at a celebrity chef restaurant in the evening, and try your luck at the gaming tables at night, all without traveling more than a few kilometers. Whether you're drawn to Macau for its historic treasures, culinary delights, entertainment options, or simply to experience its unique cultural fusion, you'll find that this special region offers experiences that cannot be replicated anywhere else in the world. As Macau continues to evolve, it remains committed to preserving its past while boldly embracing its future, a delicate balance that makes it one of Asia's most fascinating destinations. Enjoyed exploring Macau? Like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for joining me on our exploration of Macau's fascinating blend of East and West. If you loved this journey, give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss out on future adventures. Share this video with fellow travelers who'd appreciate Macau's unique cultural fusion, stunning architecture, and mouth-watering cuisine. Until next time, happy travels.